Hey there, we're diving deep into one of the most counterintuitive concepts in running training, why slowing down will actually make you faster and stronger, while dramatically reducing your risk of injury. If you're new to running, or even if you've been at it for a while, you might think that every run needs to be fast and intense to see improvement. But here's the truth that's going to change your entire approach to training. The secret to becoming a faster, stronger runner isn't running fast all the time. It's learning when to run slow. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why easy running is the foundation of all great training programs, how it transforms your body at the cellular level, and most importantly, when and how to start incorporating faster workouts into your routine as a beginner. So, grab your running shoes, and let's get started. Let's start with the science, because understanding what happens in your body when you run slow will completely change how you think about training. When you run at an easy, conversational pace, that's a pace where you could hold a conversation without gasping for air, your body is primarily using its aerobic energy system. This is your body's most efficient engine, and it runs on oxygen and fat for fuel. Here's what's happening inside your body during easy running that you can't see, but is absolutely crucial for your development as a runner. First, you're building capillaries, the tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen to your muscles. Think of capillaries as the delivery network for your muscles. The more capillaries you have, the better your muscles can receive oxygen and nutrients. Easy running stimulates the growth of new capillaries, a process called capillarization. This is like upgrading from a two-lane road to a multi-lane highway for oxygen delivery. Second, you're increasing your mitochondrial density. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. They're where energy is produced. Easy running signals your body to create more mitochondria and make existing ones more efficient. More mitochondria means more energy production capacity, which translates directly to better endurance and the ability to run faster for longer periods. Third, you're strengthening your heart. Your heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it gets stronger with consistent, moderate stress. Easy running increases your stroke volume. That's the amount of blood your heart pumps with each beat. A stronger heart can pump more blood with less effort, lowering your resting heart rate and making all your future runs feel easier. Fourth, you're teaching your body to burn fat more efficiently. Fat is an abundant fuel source. Even the leanest runners have thousands of calories stored as fat. When you run easy, you're training your body to access and burn fat efficiently, which is crucial for longer distances and overall metabolic health. But here's what many runners don't realize. These adaptations take time. We're talking about cellular-level changes that happen over weeks and months, not days. This is why consistency in easy running is so much more important than the occasional hard workout. Now, let's talk about why most runners, especially beginners, get this completely backwards. There's something called the no pain, no gain mentality that pervades fitness culture. We've been conditioned to believe that if we're not suffering, we're not improving. In running, this translates to the belief that every run needs to be fast and hard to be worthwhile. This leads to what exercise physiologists call the middle zone trap. This is where runners spend most of their time running at a moderately hard pace. Not easy enough to build aerobic capacity effectively, but not hard enough to provide the specific adaptations that come from true speed work. You're essentially stuck in no man's land, getting the benefits of neither approach. Here's what happens when you run too hard too often. First, you're constantly breaking down your body without giving it adequate time to recover and adapt. Recovery is when the magic happens, when your body repairs itself and comes back stronger. Skip the recovery, and you skip the adaptation. Second, you're putting enormous stress on your muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones. These structures adapt more slowly than your cardiovascular system. Your heart might be ready for a hard workout, but your Achilles tendon might not be. This mismatch is where most running injuries come from. Third, you're training your body to rely heavily on glycogen, your stored carbohydrates, for fuel. Glycogen is a limited resource. If you don't develop your fat-burning capacity through easy running, you'll hit the wall much sooner in longer runs or races. The result? You plateau quickly, you get injured frequently, and you burn out mentally because running starts to feel like torture every single time. This brings us to the 80-20 rule, which is the foundation of virtually every successful endurance training program, from recreational runners to Olympic marathoners. The 80-20 rule states that approximately 80% of your training should be done at an easy aerobic pace, while only 20% should be at moderate to high intensities. This isn't just some arbitrary ratio. It's based on decades of research and the training logs of the world's best runners. Let's break down what this looks like in practice. If you're running 5 days a week, 4 of those runs should be easy, and 1 should involve some kind of faster work. If you're running 4 days a week, 3 should be easy, and 1 should be harder. But here's the key. Easy means easy. We're talking about a pace where you can hold a conversation, where you feel like you could keep going for much longer, where you finish feeling refreshed rather than exhausted. For most runners, this is 1 to 2 minutes per mile slower than their 5K race pace. I know what you're thinking. This feels too easy. I'm not working hard enough. But remember what we talked about earlier. Those cellular adaptations happen during easy running. The mitochondria don't care if you feel like you're working hard. They respond to the specific stimulus of aerobic exercise. The 20% hard work is important too, but it serves a different purpose. Those harder efforts improve your VO2 max, your lactate threshold, and your neuromuscular coordination. They're the icing on the cake, but the cake itself is built from easy miles. Here's another way to think about it. Easy running builds the engine, hard running tunes it. You need a big, powerful engine before tuning makes a significant difference. Now, let's get to the question that every beginner wants answered. When should you start incorporating faster workouts like quarter-mile sprints into your training? The answer isn't based on how long you've been running, it's based on your aerobic development and injury resilience. Here are the key milestones you should hit before adding structured speed work. Milestone 1. Consistent, easy running base. You should be able to run consistently for at least 3 to 4 months, running 3 to 4 times per week, with each run being 20 to 30 minutes of continuous, easy-paced running. This means you're not stopping to walk, you're not getting excessively winded, and you're recovering well between runs. Milestone 2. Weekly mileage foundation. You should be comfortably handling 15 to 20 miles per week of easy running. This might sound like a lot if you're just starting out, but remember, we're talking about easy running here. If you can't handle this weekly volume at an easy pace, you're not ready for the additional stress of speed work. Milestone 3. Injury-free period. You should have gone at least 6 to 8 weeks without any running-related injuries or persistent aches and pains. This indicates that your muscles, tendons, and ligaments have adapted to the repetitive stress of running. Milestone 4. The conversation test. You should be able to maintain a conversation during your easy runs without getting breathless. If you're still huffing and puffing during what you consider your easy runs, you need more aerobic base building before adding speed. Milestone 5. Mental readiness. You should actually enjoy your easy runs and look forward to them. If every run still feels like a struggle, adding speed work will likely lead to burnout. Once you've hit these milestones, and this typically takes 4 to 6 months for most beginners, you can start thinking about adding 1 speed workout per week. But here's the crucial part. When you add speed work, you don't add it on top of your current volume. You replace one of your easy runs with a speed workout. Your overall weekly volume should stay the same or even decrease slightly when you first start adding intensity. When you're ready to add speed work, start conservatively. Your first speed workouts should be about neuromuscular coordination and getting used to running faster, not about maximum effort. For weeks 1 and 2, start with 4 to 6 strides at the end of 1 easy run per week. A stride is a 100-meter gradual acceleration where you build up to about 85% of your maximum speed, then gradually slow back down. These teach your legs to turn over faster and improve your running form. For weeks 3 and 4, let's talk about fartlek training. Fartlek is Swedish for speed play. During 1 easy run per week, add 4 to 6 pickups of 1 to 2 minutes each at a comfortably hard pace. Think of it as the pace you could hold for about 10 to 15 minutes in a race. Jog easily for 2 to 3 minutes between each pickup. In weeks 5 and 6, now you can start thinking about those quarter-mile repeats, but start with just 3 to 4 repeats of 400 meters, which is one lap of a track, or roughly a quarter mile, at about your 5K race pace. Take a full 400-meter recovery jog between each repeat. For weeks 7 and 8, you can start mixing up your intervals. Maybe 6 by 200 meters one week, 3 by 800 meters the next week, always with complete recovery between repeats. The key principles for all speed work are: warm up thoroughly with at least 10 to 15 minutes of easy jogging. Start conservatively. You should finish feeling like you could do one more repeat. Take complete recovery between intervals. You should feel mostly recovered before starting the next one. Cool down with 10 to 15 minutes of easy jogging. And the day after speed work should always be either rest or very easy running. Remember, the goal of speed work for beginners isn't to run as fast as possible. It's to teach your body to run efficiently at different paces and to provide a small stimulus for speed development. So, let me share the most common mistakes I see runners make when implementing this approach. Mistake 1. Running easy days too hard. This is the big one. Your easy days need to be truly easy. If you're running your easy days at yesterday's tempo pace, you're not recovering properly and you're not getting the aerobic adaptations you need. Mistake 2. Adding speed work too soon. I get it. Speed work is fun and makes you feel like a real runner. But adding it before you have a solid aerobic base is like trying to tune a car that doesn't have an engine yet. Mistake 3. Doing too much speed work. More isn't always better. One speed workout per week is plenty for beginners, and even advanced runners rarely do more than 2. The adaptations from speed work happen quickly, but they also fade quickly if you get injured or burned out. Mistake 4. Going all out in speed work. Your speed work should be controlled and purposeful, not desperate scrambling. If you're running your 400-meter repeats at the same pace you'd run a 200-meter sprint, you're missing the point. Mistake 5. Neglecting recovery. The day after speed work should be easy or rest. Period. This is when your body adapts to the stress you've placed on it. Here's what I want you to take away from this video. Patience and consistency will make you a faster, stronger runner more than any single workout ever will. If you're a beginner, focus on building that aerobic base with easy, conversational pace running for at least 3 to 4 months before even thinking about speed work. When you do add speed work, start conservatively and build gradually. Your action steps for this week. First, evaluate your current training. How much of it is truly easy? Second, if you're a beginner, commit to 3 to 4 easy runs per week for the next month. Third, if you're ready for speed work, plan one conservative speed session for this week. And fourth, most importantly, be patient with the process. Remember, every elite runner in the world built their speed on a foundation of easy miles. You're not taking shortcuts by running easy. You're building the engine that will power your future PRs. If this video helped you understand why running slower will make you faster, hit that like button and subscribe for more evidence-based running content. Drop a comment below and let me know what your biggest takeaway was, or if you have questions about implementing this approach in your own training. Until next time, keep running, keep learning, and remember, the tortoise wins the race. I'll see you in the next video.